I was sitting in an intersection the other day when I became involved in the most ridiculous fail of my life. And I want to tell you about it because as soon as it happened, I was like, this cannot be real. I mean, I'm telling you, you're not going to believe this story. For example, this first story is only half as crazy as the one I'm about to tell you. A long time ago, my buddy and I ended up at Theodore Roosevelt National Park, a place known for bison. Huge animals that can weigh up to 2,000 pounds. Where we ran into trouble was on one part of the road where there's this huge ravine that separates you from the bison. My buddy goes, we should stay in the car, it's safer here. Me, being the smart guy I am, said, let's get closer. The ravine will keep us safe. So long story short, we made a mistake. Whoa. So we're right next to the ravine, thinking we're totally fine, when a bison exploded out of the ravine and charged right for us. That brought my friend and I closer together. You've heard of blood brothers. We're now piss your pants brothers. Joking aside, it's definitely important to remember that failure is inevitable. And some failures, although fails, it's good that they happened. So I thought of a couple that I'm happy happened to me. Like when I was in that intersection, sitting in my wife's Tesla. Did I know I was about to fear for my life? Of course not, but I'm happy it happened because of the ridiculous story. Now, not all fails have to be ridiculous to be good that they happened. Like even a small one can be okay. For example, the other day the hot water in my sink was broken. So I spend like 45 minutes troubleshooting till I figure out I'm gonna have to rip out the entire sink just to fix it. And that's when I'm lucky my wife came into the room. You know you're turning the faucet to the cold water side? I'm happy that happened, because I didn't have to pay to fix it. I told you a wife story, and I told you a car story. Now it's time I told you the story I promised at the beginning of this video. The other day, I'm out driving my wife's Tesla, and a Camaro pulls up right next to me. Now there was someone famous driving it, but to keep identities anonymous, we'll say it was Jerry Seinfeld. By the way, I need you to comment, you sound like Jerry Seinfeld, Alex. Because when you comment, it tells YouTube you'd like to see more of my videos. I'd be grateful when you leave that comment, because I love telling people like you stories. Thanks. So this Camaro starts revving its engine. And I'm not one to say no to a race. I mean, you know my story. I once outran a bison. So I entered the race. As we approached the next light, I did my big finishing move. Slammed on the brakes. The Camaro blasted through the red light. Barreled down the street. Got to a clearing. Slammed on the brakes. Spun out like you see in Grand Theft Auto. This dude just reeked of machismo. I'm telling you, he may as well have leaned out the window and given me the finger. It had that kind of vibe to it. But I swear to God, in that exact moment, fireworks went off in the sky above his head. Every detail of that story, down to the fireworks, is 100% true. And I gotta know if you believe it. I definitely lost that race, making it my most ridiculous fail. So those were some fails that I'm happy happened. I hope that shows you that when you fail, it's definitely okay. Before you leave, I owe a huge thank you to the thousands of you that subscribed to my Vlogtoon channel. I still can't believe what happened with all those chicken sandwiches. That was a ridiculous fail. And you deserve an even bigger thank you when you take the time to comment. I know that the only way I'm able to do this job is with people like you. And the greatest honor would be if you were looking forward to another story. I hope every single one of you is having a great day.